Taking time now to settle the body to prepare for our class, sitting in a comfortable position with the legs crossed. Make sure there's balance between the left and the right side. Spine is straight, shoulders are back and down, but relaxed, opening up the chest. And the head and the neck are aligned with the spine. The eyes and the mouth are lightly closed. And the hands are on the knees in a mudra of your choice. Take a long, deep inhalation in through the nose, filling the abdomen with air and the chest with air. And on the exhalation, separate yourself from the events of the day. Let them all go with the exhalation. And now take another inhalation, long, deep yogic breath in. And when you exhale this time, release all of the conversations, interactions, in whatever form they've taken, whether it's digital or in person, just let them all go. And take another long, deep inhalation. And this time, when you exhale, also release any thoughts or feelings of obligation of things you need to do outside of this class, and give yourself the gift of being right here and right now. There's nothing else you need to do right now, just to be here. And return now to the natural breath. And gently scan the awareness now through the body, beginning from the soles of the feet, and gently move the awareness right up through the body until you reach the top of the head. And as you do this, pay careful attention to any irritation or soreness that you may have in the body, and just be sure to listen to your body throughout the practice and only do what's right for you. If a posture is not the right thing for you, please do something else or even visualize the practice. And once you reach the top of the head, then gently bring the awareness to the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And together now we'll chant Om 3 times, and Om Shanti to begin the practice, and the Shanti mantra to pay respect to the wisdom traditions and to each other. Beginning now first with Om chanting. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinadvatitamastu, Ma Ved Vishavahe, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Hari Om. And now please come to the base position, Parambik Sthiti, with the legs out in front of the body. And we'll begin first with knee bending. So bringing the hands underneath the knee, bringing the right knee to the chest, making sure you're sitting up straight. Inhale and then exhale, extending the leg out with the foot just a little bit above the floor and tensing the knee. Inhale, bringing the knee back, complete 5 rounds of this practice. You may like to close your eyes and place the awareness in the knee joint. When you've completed your 5th round, place the right leg on the floor. Take a few moments to observe the difference between right and left, and then complete the practice on the left leg. And after both rounds, come back to the base position and just observe the effects of the practice. And now we're going to lie on our back with the knees bent and placing the hands in prayer position. Bring the soles of the feet together and bring the palms above the head and the knees towards the floor. A full body stretch. Inhale, bring the hands back to the heart center, knees together. Complete 5 rounds of this practice. Really stretching out through the torso and opening up the hips. After your final round, come back into Shavasana and again observe the effects of the practice. And now come back up to the base position, and you can either stay this, because we're going to do upper body, so you can either stay in this position or sit in Vajrasana or whatever's right for you. And we'll begin with wrist bending first. So pointing the fingers towards the ceiling, and like you're pressing against the wall. Then inhale, bringing the fingers down towards the floor. Exhale, bringing the palms back up, placing the awareness in the wrist joints. Complete 5 rounds. When you've completed the practice, flip the hands over so the palms are facing the ceiling, and then bring the fingers on the right hand to the right shoulder, fingers on the left hand to the left shoulder, elbows together in front of the body for shoulder rotations. So inhale, bringing the shoulders up, back, and down behind the body. Exhaling, bringing the elbows in front of the body again. Complete 5 rounds in each direction, observing the opening of the shoulder blades and the release of muscles in the tops of the shoulders. And trying to coordinate the breath with the movement, going for that body breath spine connection. After your 5th round, bring the palms back to the knees and just observe the effects. We'll now do a more dynamic practice. So bringing the legs wide apart, we're going to do churning the mill. So bringing the arms at shoulder height, clasping the hands together in front of the body. Inhale and then exhale, leaning forward. Swing the arms over to the right side of the body. Inhaling as you go back. Swing the arms around now over to the left side. Exhaling as you come around the front. So it's like you're stirring a big pot. Complete 5 rounds in each direction, and you can go as slowly or as quickly as you would like. This is a perfect posture for awakening Manipur chakra, particularly if you are feeling a bit cold or having digestive problems. This is a great asana to remedy that. And when you've completed the practice, come back to base position and just closing the eyes, observing the movement of energy. We'll now come onto our hands and knees. Brahmacharyasan, the cat posture. So first of all, make sure that the hands are directly below the shoulders and the knees are below the hips and the head's in a neutral position. Then inhale, bringing the head up and arching the abdomen towards the floor, stretching through the arms and really feeling that curve in the spine. Exhaling, bringing the head in between the arms and arching the back up towards the ceiling. This is 1 round. Complete 5 rounds in this way. Really slowing it down. It's a smooth and fluid movement. After your 5th round, come back into Shashankasan, child posture, placing the arms either out in front of the body, placing the forehead on the floor, or you can put the arms next to the legs. And allowing the body to release into the floor. And now we'll come up to a standing position, but we'll do head to foot pose on the way up. So bringing the feet flat on the floor, hang the top half of the body over the bottom half of the body. You can either let the arms be loose or clasp the opposite elbow behind the knees to deepen the stretch. And then when it's right for you, very gently roll up to a standing position, vertebrae by vertebrae, and then just stand in a standing shavasana. Arms are loose, chest is open, head and neck are aligned. If you feel comfortable, close the eyes and just feel steady and comfortable on your feet. The weight's evenly balanced. We'll now do the palm tree pose. So with feet together, focus the gaze on a point on the wall that's not moving. Hands are clasped together in front of the body with the palms facing down. Inhale and bring the arms above the head, straight arms. And then come up onto the front of the feet, balancing on the front there. Then exhale, bringing the hands to the top of the head and bringing the heels back down to the floor. This is one round. Complete another 4 rounds and try and hold the 5th round a little bit longer. Be sure to breathe in the position, but try and hold to see how steady you can be. And after your final round in your own time, come back to a standing shavasana. Again, just observing the impact of all of the practices we've completed so far. We'll now do Adi Chakrasana, which is another spinal twist. So for this practice, bring the legs about hip width apart just so that you're steady. Bring the left hand onto the right shoulder and then wrap the right arm behind the waist, gazing over the right shoulder, feeling that twist in the spine. Now, you can either keep the hips to the front or you can twist them. Then inhale, bringing the arms back, shoulder height, and then exhaling, bringing the right hand to the left shoulder, left arm behind the waist, gazing over that left shoulder. Complete 5 rounds. And again, you can do it slowly or you can do it more dynamically, whatever works for you and whatever you feel like you need right now. After your final round, again, come back to standing shavasana. We'll now do a balancing posture. We'll do the one-legged prayer pose. So to begin with, the most important thing is to find a point on the wall that is not moving to fix your gaze to keep you steady. Now, we'll start balancing on the left leg. So for this practice, you bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left leg to begin with. Now, depending on where you're at, you could do it to the ankle or the calf. Don't do it on the inside of the knee or to the upper thigh. Then once you're steady, bring the hands together in prayer position. And then if you feel steady there, bring the palms above the head. And hold for your own duration. And when you're ready to move to the other side, do so. We'll just do one round on each side. And when you've completed, come back to standing Shavasana. And I thought for the final asana for this class, we'll do a very slow round of Surya Namaskar. So come to the top of your mat and begin with the hands in prayer position. Inhale, bring the palms above the head, opening the arms up and leaning back, a slight back bend. Exhale, bring the hands down to the feet. Inhale, bring the right foot back, gazing up. Inhale, bring the left foot back into mountain posture. Exhale, bring the knees to the floor, chin and chest to floor. Hold for a few moments. And inhale into cobra. Exhale, back to mountain. Inhale, left foot forward, gaze is up. Exhale, bringing the right foot forward, head to foot pose. Inhale, arms up, slight back bend. Exhale, hands in prayer position again. And now we'll do the left side. Inhaling, palms up above the head, brief back bend. Exhale, hands down to feet, head to foot pose. Inhale, left foot back, head up. Exhale, right foot back to mountain. Inhale, knees, chin and chest to the floor. Exhale, cobra. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, right foot forward, head up. Inhale, left foot joins the right foot, and we're down, head to foot pose. Then exhale, arms up, slight back bend. Exhale, bringing the palms in front of the heart space. And now come down into a comfortable sitting position for pranayama. And first of all, just allow the breath to regulate. So close the eyes, Make sure, again, the chest is open and the body's relaxed but steady and balanced. Head and neck are aligned. And just allow the breath to come back to its natural state. And observe with the natural breath how it fills the abdomen with air and the chest with air on the inhalation. And just spontaneously on the exhalation, the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. And our pranayama practice for this class will be the Ujjāyī breath, Ujjāyī pranayama. So for Ujjāyī, there's a couple of ways you can do it. When you do it, it's a slight contraction at the throat, at Vishuddhi, and it sounds like a baby snoring or the ocean, I've heard it described as. So with that in mind, you breathe in through the nose and feel that slight contraction, and it's a full yogic breath as well. So you're breathing in through the nose, down through the throat, into the abdomen, the chest, and the upper chest. And then on the exhalation, it's the upper chest and abdomen. So just continue with this practice. Really slowing down the breath. And following the breath, visualizing a golden pathway between the throat and the navel. And then along with this visualization of the golden thread, the golden pathway, we'll add a mantra. So on the inhalation, repeat the mantra so mentally. And with the exhalation, mentally repeat the mantra hum. So hum. And so hum means I am this consciousness. And now release the mantra and release the golden pathway. And release Ujjāyī pranayama, returning to the natural breath. And just observe the stillness within you now. And keeping that stillness, move very slowly and consciously down into Shavasana for the practice of Yoga Nidra. Get what you need for the practice to keep yourself warm and comfortable. If you need a cushion to put under the knees to support the back, please do. Just ensure in Shavasana that there's balance between the left and the right side of the body. The legs are hip width apart, all tensions released from the legs and the feet. The arms are a little bit away from the body with the palms facing the sky. And take a long deep inhalation, and when you exhale, release the body into the floor. And take another long deep inhalation now. And when you exhale this time, release any remaining tension in the body, any tension in the face. Release any tension in the jaw or behind the eyes, releasing all expression. And feel the body's contact against the floor. Feel all of the different points of contact from the heels right up to the back of the head. And observe how all of these points of contact create just one point of contact. And become aware now of sound. Listen first for sounds that are far off in the distance, not trying to identify them in any way, just moving the awareness from one sound to the next as you hear it. And now bring the sound awareness a little closer, doing the same technique, but just outside the room where you are, just moving the awareness from sound to sound. And again, moving the sound awareness to the sound inside the room where you are. And bringing the sound awareness to the sounds inside the body, beginning with the sound and the sensation of the heartbeat. And now move the sound awareness to the sound and the sensation of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. We'll now rotate the awareness around the body. Listen to my instructions, and when I say the name of a body part, place your awareness there, visualize that part, and mentally repeat the name of that part. We'll begin with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now to the left side of the body with the left hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger. Palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now to the back of the body with the heels, the back of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, and the entire spinal column, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. Moving now around to the face, beginning with the forehead, the temples, the eyebrows, and the eyebrow center, the eyes, the ears, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, the jaw, the chin, the throat, the collarbone, and the pit of the throat. The right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the center of the chest. The right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel. The right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin. The whole right leg, the whole left leg, and both legs together. The whole right arm, the whole left arm, and both arms together. The whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, and the whole body. Have a sense now, all at once, the whole body. Release, focus on the body now, and instead bring it back to the natural breath. And notice how subtle the natural breath has become. And observe the rise and fall of the navel as it responds to the natural breath. And we'll now add a visualization to the natural breath in the following way. On the inhalation, inhale golden healing light through the soles of the feet to the top of the head. And on the exhalation, release anything that does not serve you, starting from the top of the head and releasing it out through the soles of the feet. And that could be any pain, any worry, whatever it may be that you'd like to let go of. Do this now on the exhalation. And if the mind wanders, remember to use the breath to bring it back to the practice. Release the breath visualization now, and instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body's feeling colder and colder. The body feels like it's outside on a freezing winter's evening. The wind wisps through you and chills you and makes you shiver. And it's so cold that it makes your eyes water. The body's feeling colder and colder, like it's outside on a freezing winter's evening. Release the feeling of coldness now, replacing it instead with a feeling of heat. The body's feeling hotter and hotter. The body feels like it's lying on the hot sand on a sweltering summer's day. The body's feeling hotter and hotter, like it's lying on the hot sand on a sweltering summer's day. Release this feeling of heat now and replace it with a feeling of heaviness. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels like it's made out of concrete and it's pressing against the floor. You feel its pressure so heavy that it feels like it may even fall through the floor. The body is feeling heavier and heavier and it's pressing against the floor. Release this feeling of heaviness now, replacing it now with a feeling of lightness. The body's feeling lighter and lighter. The body feels so light, it feels like it's barely touching the floor. It feels so light, it feels like a wispy cloud floating on the breeze. The body's feeling lighter and lighter, like it's barely touching the floor. Release this feeling of lightness now and release all of these sensations, allowing the body to come back to its normal state. And instead, come to the space of the mind, the space behind the closed eyes, and in this space, see, imagine, visualize, and create the following objects and images. You are standing at the edge of a forest under the moonlight. It's a full moon, you're on your own, and you're not scared. It's a warm evening, and you can feel the leftover warmth of the earth from the sun. You feel the warmth beneath your bare feet. And you see through the trees a bright light. It feels magnetic, like you want to go and see what it is. And so you start walking through a winding path through the trees under the moonlight, and you see the moonlight dappled through the leaves on the trees on the forest floor, helping you to find your way. You smell the scent of fresh pine and rain as you wander through the winding path. And before too long, you reach a lake, like a large pond in the middle of the lake. And you think maybe it's really just the full moon reflecting on the stillness of the water of this lake. But you wander up to the edge of the lake and it's not the moon at all. Instead, from the moonlight, you see your own reflection and you see a bright light from your heart space, and this lights up your reflection in the water, and you see the reflection of a goddess coming back at you. And you're shocked and surprised because you don't ever see yourself in this way. But through this beautiful lake and this natural scene, you are a goddess reflecting back. And it's a good reminder for you to stand in your power in every moment, remembering who you really are. And while you're taking this scene and you want to stay here in this moment forever, it's time to come back and leave the forest and come back to the room where you are. But you will carry this feeling of power and empowerment and strength with you wherever you may be. And you bring it back now to the mat, and you can see still that light in your heart space and that vision in the still lake of you as the goddess. And now, lying back in the room where you are, call to mind your Sankalpa. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. And allow the breath to deepen in the body, observing the movement it creates. On the inhalation, how it moves the back against the floor. And check in with your body now, observing how you feel after all of the practices so far. The practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to a close. So begin to remember the details of the room where you are and the time of day, and begin to hear the sounds around you and remember the world attached to those sounds. Begin to make small movements with the fingers and the toes, allowing the body to gently and kindly externalize. There is no rush, and move and stretch in a way that's right for you. And you may like to also roll onto the right side for a few moments as well. And when it is right for you, again in your own time, being very gentle and kind to yourself, keeping the eyes closed or downcast, gently come up into a comfortable sitting position when you're ready. And remember to do this in a way that maintains the peaceful state you've created. And when you're ready, sitting in a comfortable position, gently move the awareness to the heart space. And there visualize a steady candle flame. And together we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude our practice. Breathing in. Om. Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.